So your so-called position, your so-called status as a non-duality dreamland fantasy speaker is hanging on a couple of words, on facial expressions, on the beauty or the lack of beauty which this so-called physical appearance is. And to believe or to think that the so-called followers of the channel or the people joining up in Zooms or in distance bars, back rooms, are liking the message so much, or maybe are just bored, or maybe just like you, the physical appearance of what is claimed to be a you or not. There's just simply this: joining meetings, liking. It doesn't need to have a reason. At the same time, it can have all types of reasons, uncontrollably. The shape of the face, the so-called gender, the sweetness of the voice, or the lack of the sweetness of the voice. This so-called resonating is just chaotically, innocently there as far as it seems. And there may be a belief. When I say the right words, when I make the right content, then and only then people may resonate. Let's do some live meetings. Let's fly to Amsterdam, to Asheville. Let's spread some non-dual jargon. Let's see, maybe I can earn a couple of bucks. Maybe I can feel myself between the great ones, the Tony P, the Kenneth M, the Jim, the Tim, whoever is coming up in that list. The list is fleeting, the list is floating, the list is dynamical, this list is changing. Liking one speaker one day and not liking him the other day because he's claiming that your cat is not loving you. It's just innocently this. Liking, loving, resonating, or whatever beautiful word seems to be used to express the so-called resonance with this. And there's already no one resonating with anyone or with anything. There's just this resonating, or the lack of it. And yes, this doesn't need a reason. At the same time, any reason given for this to have a reason or no reason is already just another reason. The reason that this has no reason is just another reason that it doesn't need it. And joining Zoom meetings because there's an intense loneliness. Talking non-dual one-liners because there's just a deep, crushing, lonely sadness is this too. And there's no one trying to cover up this crashing, crushing loneliness with meetings. This is free to fill, to empty buckets, to crush, to feel lonely, to try to fill up the loneliness with whatever, with going to a dancing course, taking drugs, drinking wine, indulging in sex. This is free to fill up whatever needs to be filled up with whatever seems to happen or not. This is free to fly to the other side of the world and talk non-duality. This is free to want to sit beyond, besides, the greatest of greatest. There's just simply freedom for no one, by no one, to be anywhere or in any position or in any state already. There's no you in a state of loneliness, depression. There's no you in a state of a beautiful non-duality speaker.